Parker passes to Duncan. Outside Leonard. Ginobili up top, guarded by Oladipo. Teardrop shot, and it's Ginobili laying it in. Ginobili's got his third bucket of the night. And for Kawhi Leonard, we know about his defense, but you think, Steve, he could be go-to offensive player?
Well, he's going to need to, Kevin, when Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan move on. This is going to be Kawhi Leonard's team, and I thought what was interesting was the Spurs gave him more of a burden last year offensively. They started to give him more and more looks isolation-wise down on the block, and he's developed at a beautiful rate. He's coming into his own. And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game.
Well, they're doing okay as the season goes on. They're shooting about 76% as a team.
Spurs leading by 11. Kicks it to Bellinelli. Diallo, the screen. The high post shot. Good on the jump shot.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Picked by Vucevic. Here's Rodgers. Shot is off. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
Well, last year they won both meetings in the season series, and it wasn't a surprise. I mean, this is the better team.
Outside Gordon. From deep. Here's Vucevic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Baines can't get it to fall. The Magic trail by 11. Pass to Rodgers from 13. Mills with the rebound. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Bellinelli gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got his second bucket of the night.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
And here's Gordon from outside. No good on the buzzer beater. Dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been.
Well, Pop, a solid halftime lead here. How were you able to keep their offensive firepower in check so well in that second quarter?
I thought missed a couple of shots. They missed some easy shots, so they helped us a great deal. So we were pretty fortunate that quarter.
Pop, thanks for the time, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you, and we'll be back at.
Okay, listen. Let's just put that first half behind us as quickly as...
And as we welcome you back, we begin our...
Let's go, you're up. My time.
Here's Parker. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. So on the floor for Orlando. Leading at the one with Oladipo by his side at the two. Fry and Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's Gordon in at the small forward. Leonard kicks to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Oladipo. Payton drives in. Payton left side. Feeds to Oladipo. Pass to Gordon. Oladipo against Ginobili. Just 5 to shoot. Tries again. Oladipo misses.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the things that have gone their way today.
And Orlando making a change here. Rodgers is checked in. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He used the word patience several times in describing what he'd like to see from their offense. It's not a run-and-gun approach he wants from them. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Parker's gone 4-7 from the field here.
What is insane about the Spurs and how successful they are as a franchise is that in their entire franchise history, they've only missed the playoffs 4 times. That is absolutely remarkable.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Also, you can see how they've gotten after it defensively. I mean, the steal totals are really something to admire. And with the Spurs in the playoffs, you can't even begin to think about a postseason without the Spurs being involved. Only 4 absences since 1976. That's incredible.
Of course, with the Spurs, the last time they missed the playoffs, they drafted perhaps one of the best power forwards of all time in Tim Duncan.
Well, you know, he's a part of why they haven't missed the playoffs since. But the organization has run really well from top to bottom, and they deserve nothing but the success they've had since their inception because of that.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Baines is checked in. Diaw comes in for Duncan. Daniel Green, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mills in for Manu Ginobili. Passes it to Rodgers. The 19-foot shot. The rebound by the Spurs. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me. Danny Green, a nice find by the Spurs as a 3-and-D role player. And the Spurs always seem to find those kind of guys. And mid-second round pick was Green. He got waived by the Cavs, spent some time playing abroad. Now he holds the record for 3-pointers made in the final.
Rodgers can't make the basket.
Couldn't convert, but nice little 2-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Spurs have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And Mills kicks to Baines. It's stolen by Vucevic. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here is Rodgers. 5 points in the game. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one.
Man, I'll tell you what, this has been one ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting uglier. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL.
Green dishes to Bellinelli. With 1 on the clock, and he lays it up and in. Bellinelli's got 8.
He had to battle for that lay-in. Excellent, tough defense.
And let's quickly have a look at the State Farm assist of the game, which came. So both teams changing it up here. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Diaw and Duncan at the 4 and the 5. Green teams with Leonard on the wings, and it's Parker in at the 1 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. There's the screen, and Fournier kicks to Harkless. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Walker's checked in for Fournier.
Rodgers.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Parker against Rodgers. Parker kicks to Duncan. Back to Parker. Shot clock at 5. Puts up the baby hook. Diaw, the pass to Parker.
Tremendous output from Parker. He has 14 points, and the contribution from the line for him, he's made 5 free throws.
He hasn't been afraid to draw a little contact if the opportunity's been there. And I'll tell you, some guys shy away from that, not him.
Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. I mean, he's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
Leonard attacking. Harkless with the steal. It's 2-on-1. Here's O'Quinn. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Boy, the kind of moment you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game. When they've got it clicking, it's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Here's Parker with the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English or just the spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that teardrop.
And for Parker now coming into his 30s, the question, how will his game, so based on speed, Clark, and elusiveness, how will it age?
Well, you know, I think that's a fair question. His game is not as much athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. The speed will go. But the fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
Here's Diaw, 6 to shoot, blocked, and that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. And some changes here for the Spurs. And so it's San Antonio.
Man, I know the team had a bad night, but I feel a little better knowing it wasn't as bad as your night.
Hey, man, back off, all right? It's not like you led us to victories while I try to bring us down. You're not perfect.
Relax, man. I'm just messing with you. Just let it go. Get back on that horse tomorrow.
Easy for you to say. You didn't embarrass yourself out there. I did.
Forget it. The best shooters don't remember the misses.
What misses? I got amnesia.
That's the spirit.
Hey, boss, I came as soon as the trainer told me. What's going on?
I appreciate that about you. Since you've been here, you've been responsible, a good teammate, hard worker, which makes this that much more difficult for me. As you know, your 10-day contract is up. You've done some good things, but we just don't see a place for you on this team moving forward.
But I thought I was holding my own.
Yeah, you were. But this is in a league of water carriers, and we need a lot more than that here.
I mean, but you never even told me what I need to do. If it's more weights, if it's sprints, if it's film room,
Son,
I mean, whatever.
The decision has been made, and who knows, maybe you'll catch on somewhere else, you know? But we appreciate the contribution, and it's time we parted ways.
Oh, you best remember this day, because it's the day that you made the biggest mistake of your career. I'm going to catch on with another team, and whenever we face you, I'm going to light it up. And with each point I score and each play I make, I'm going to just smile to myself knowing I'm making your life miserable. And whenever you wake up in the middle of the night in cold sweats, shivering and screaming, you're going to see my face, and you're going to know that you was dead wrong.
You be careful what bridges you burn.
Man, I ain't worried about no bridges. You better be worried about how I'm going to torch your team next time I see you. Punk.
Would you please put that controller down? We've got business to discuss. Now, there's an old saying I'm fond of. Beggars can't be choosers.
No, that's a cliche, and we're not beggars. So what else?
Yeah, we're not beggars yet, but we both will be if you don't start bringing in some of that do-re-mi, all right? Now listen, we've got another offer on the table, a 10-day deal. It's not with a contender, but there's another saying I'm fond of.
And what's that?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I know it's not what you want, but it's a chance to compete, build a highlight reel, show all the GMs across the league what you can do. What do you say?
Man, I say I'm tired of this couch. Let's get back to work.